Maxime scurried up the hill so quick that he was above 3,000 metres before he knew it. So 2:30, the guys have had a quick break at the Brenta hut, and then they've continued straight across the valley. I thought they might try and avoid this crossing. Chrigel's about 1,000 metres now. The Frenchies are 2,000, but looks like that Damien's gone back for... No, Maxime's gone back for a climb. Yeah, interesting times. And Pal is on the Adamello Massif, so he's into the turn point shortly. And a lot more not so far away. This is near the leaders back in 2017 when we had to fly out to Lago de Garda. No one thought it would be possible, but we managed. They're back in the Dolomites. They're getting to 3,000 metres, Chrigel up the front there, and into the Brenta have come Pal, Tim and Simon, and Paddle is on his way and looks like Derrigati's just launched. Lots of people in the Italian Alps. 4:30 p.m. Chrigel is back in front and Maxime's just overtaken Damien. Pal's just made the crossing, but he's below 1,500 metres while these guys are over 11,000 feet ready to go for a crossing, and a couple more on their way. 5 p.m. and let's have a look at some of these thermals. So yeah, you can just see the drift on them. So if we look at this one, it's a bit of a stronger thermal, so they're overlapping because the stronger thermals tend to go straighter up, whereas if they're a bit weaker, there's a bit more of a drift on them. So his aircraft's probably going about 20 k's an hour, so it's not really penetrating to, you know, make a loop in the circle. So the wind's probably about 20 k's based on my reasoning there. Maxime is back in second place, and yeah, a bit of a struggle. So looks like Damien's landed. He was scratching there for a while. Hungary's also landed after the crossing. These guys look like they haven't been here for so long. So Simon and Tim, see if they can get up. But I imagine that as the day goes on, the valley wind gets stronger and stronger, and it gets harder and harder to get away from the lower hills. Earlier in the day, you get a better chance, and that's when Chrigel passed through. Derrigati's just coming in to join Paddle at the turn point now, and a bunch more pilots on their way. Then, yeah, Japanese guys on his own at Monte Rosa. There's a few guys around, but the other guys are quite a way back, and some people might have been spooked a bit by the conditions. They don't seem to be flying so much. It's 6:12, and in the Dolomites, Chrigel is trucking along. He's doing really well, but it looks like Maxime has landed in the bottom of the valley, and as has Damien Lecaz, and these other guys that have just crossed. Well, I guess Aaron's still crossing, but they're all under 2,000 metres, so much harder, I think, much harder conditions. And yeah, there's a few more people coming into the turn point. But let's look at the thermals. So where Chrigel flew across, Maxime went into the same valley and looks like he was low. He looked for something, did a few turns there, and then landed. Chrigel came in, tried a few spurs, didn't really work. Then got a climb here. Look, you can see it's coming out of the lee, so that it's going to be a little bit protected from the wind. You can see the wind's blowing from the west up the valley here because that's the way the thermal's going. So yeah, and then he sort of crosses, and then I don't know why he came back, if he saw something or what, but he's getting a climb out of the middle of the valley, and usually you don't expect that. So it's like when we learnt in Australia, they said you've got to soar on the ridge and then push out to try and get a thermal, because the thermals come off the valley. It's because that's where the lee side is, that's where there's no wind blowing all the heat away. Anyway, it looks like interesting flying. So just before 8 p.m. now, just another day where I've been glued to the live tracking. I've just gone outside for a bit because, yeah, I haven't really done anything except watch these guys. So, Maxime, he's just started moving. He was sitting there for a good long while. I guess he was realising that that was it. That was the race. Chrigel had gotten away again. Damien's flying again. The others got grounded after crossing. There's been quite a few showers about, and it's quite cloudy. But Chrigel has basically got about 15 k's to the turn point, which you have to go, like there's a via ferrata and you can't fly through there, so it's perfect for him to get through there outside of thermic hours. And it looks like he'll be finishing tomorrow. So a few days ago, Clermont Latour, X-alps France many years ago, predicted 12:15 as the finishing time. It's just so amazing that he's done an 8th victory in a row. There's no one else can touch him. I mean, everyone's been really giving him a lot of pressure during the race, but he does that thing where he just, whoop, see you later. So I've come up with a theory that maybe he gets a paid a retainer for every day that he has people, still around him, so the race is interesting. But after a while, he gets bored with mediocrity. See you later, guys.